last year's Ashes Cricket 2009, and only partly because we played it all through the glorious summer in which the real England sent the Aussies packing for the second series in succession. Stick that on your Barbie sport. We also loved it because, barring a few technical hitches, it did a very good job of turning cricket, a game more complicated than learning particle physics while patting your head and rubbing your belly, into a relatively accessible and fun game. And now the follow-up, International Cricket 2010, is looking to do the same again, only better. How? Well, first of all, you'll notice the emphasis on England, Australia and the Ashes has been removed. They might still be the only fully licensed teams, but now the focus is less on 5-day test matches and more on the explosive short forms of the game, one-dayers and 2020. Most obviously, this means splashes of colour in the outfits instead of a sea of white. Ooh, nice giant tongues, boys. But it also means a faster tempo and more runs and wickets as a result. Aside from the usual animation rejig and general improvements to the game's engine, the big change for 2010 is the introduction of a new action cam alongside last year's default broadcast view. This has you playing from over the shoulder of the player you're controlling, whether you're pounding in with fast balls or picking your shots from the crease. And it makes a huge difference. While we found it a little hard to pick the length of our deliveries while bowling from the new perspective, overall it adds a sense of immediacy and makes timing your shots easier. For the most part, the gameplay basics remain the same, a manful attempt to turn the complexities of cricket into something you can control with a single pair of hands. Bowling has you selecting a type of delivery, then using the left stick to target where you want the ball to pitch, timing the release, and tweaking the angle with R1 or L1. Assuming, of course, you haven't run out of fingers. Batting, on the other hand, is about picking the line of the ball, aiming with the left stick, and then timing your shot with a press of the appropriate button. Square for a defensive shot, X for a ground stroke, and circle for a lofted whack. There's a huge satisfaction to picking a hole in the field and slotting the ball through, or rushing down the pitch and thumping it into the stands. And it's even easier now thanks to the fact you can gauge the power of your shot along with the direction using the left stick. Just be careful you don't stand at the crease watching to see if your shot lands safe before pressing triangle to run, or it'll be the slow finger of doom for you.
He's out.
Despite the lack of licensed teams, international cricket still feels official thanks to commentary from the likes of Jonathan Agnew and David Lloyd.
Hello and welcome to today's 20-over match.
And awesome infographic visuals from Hawkeye. Oh, it's just like watching it on the telly, except without the crushing anxiety. Plus, the developers at Trickstar have heard on nerd calls and introduced a new stat tracking feature which will tot up the in-game career figures for all your cricketing men. International Cricket 2010 will be released on the 25th of June, and we'll have a review in the